Hey, mommy, the fabulous twin mom is here. Yes. So, I'm going to talk about postpartum really quick. I'm going to give you about 4 tips on how to stay sane and survive postpartum because you can do it, mommy. Really quick, I was up last night and I just heard the spirit tell me to talk about postpartum because so many of our women are suffering with postpartum and we're not talking about it. So they're walking through this phase, this darkness by themselves. We talk about everything else. We talk about BBLs. We talk about hair. We talk about wigs, extensions, eyelashes. So we can talk about some postpartum because it happens. It happens more often than we actually realize it. So I went through postpartum. After I gave birth to twins, and I had a great pregnancy. And I was in my 40s, had a great pregnancy, waited so many years to have a child. I mean, went through fertility treatments, I mean, ovulation kits, pregnancy tests, a miscarriage, all of that. And so this was supposed to be like the best time of my life ever after I gave birth. Um, but in fact, it was totally different. It was totally the opposite of what I expected it to be. I was crying. I felt overwhelmed. I felt like I was going crazy in my mind because babies, when I would get one baby to sleep, the other baby would wake up. I mean, I did have a doula for about 15 hours a week, but that still wasn't enough. I was a walking zombie. Um, I felt like I wasn't really connecting with my children, and I was doing things that were just weird. They were just out of my character. Like, in my mind, I saw nothing wrong with it, but people around me saw the weirdness there. So I didn't look up the textbook definition of postpartum because I really wanted my words to be, spirit led and definitely based on what I truly experienced. So, some family members took me to the hospital because they found me crying. Like, I just could not stop crying. It's just like I have buckets of water in me that just wanted to leave my body. And I went to the doctor, the hospital actually, and they gave me a diagnosis and I went through the treatment, did well with it, and I'm so much better now. But in the beginning, there was something that was happening with my body. Something traumatic happened to me as well that sent me over the edge. But I'll talk about that later. But just know that I did experience postpartum. So I have some tips for you. So when I was laying in my bed last night, 2 scriptures would not leave my mind. That came to me when I was led to talk about postpartum. The first one is be still and know that I am God. And the other one is, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And y'all, let me tell you, that is so true. This too shall pass. So my first tip for you is I want you to write a scripture down. Something, it doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be something that you memorize. Get you a little note card and write it on the note card. And whenever the children are asleep, the babies are asleep, when you have a moment and you can lay in bed, just read it. And the purpose of this is to have some type of hope to hold on to. You're going through a time of darkness, a time of emotional pain, and we need something to just hold on to. Psalms 46:1, and look, y'all, I'm not some Bible scholar. I'm just saying what came to me. Psalms 46:1 says, God is our refuge and our strength and ready to help in times of trouble. Look, this is so true because I went through the pain. I went through it. And this is one of the scriptures that held me together, knowing that God is my refuge and my strength. And He was there. God was there with me. I mean, in 46:10, Psalms 46:10. Where's 10? Be silent and know that I am God. So rest and know that I am God. So just know that God is with you. God is walking with you in this darkness. And this too shall pass. There's going to come a day where you look back at postpartum and you hold another woman and you say, baby, I've been there. What can I do for you? So get you a script, get you like one scripture. That's it. It doesn't have to be long, just something short that you can glance at every now and then. Put it where you can see it when you lay down. Put it right next to your pillow. That's what I did. And it gave me some hope, something to hold on to. The second thing is I want you to talk to somebody that you trust. And you have to do step one because you want God to send the right person. The right person meaning someone who's going to respectfully take this information you gave them and just protect it. You know, they're not going to talk about you behind your back. They're not going to think you're some crazy weirdo. They're going to try to get you some help because you need it. They're going to be there for you. They're going to give you a hug. They're going to let you know that you got this and that you're going to be okay. Pray about it, sis. Ask God to send someone that can, help you through this. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It may be a neighbor. Who just let God lead you in who to really talk to, because postpartum will like really send you in a situation where you're just out of whack. You're all over the place. People that know you, sometimes they may think, oh, this person is going crazy. I don't know what's wrong. You need someone who can really hold your hand, take you to the doctor if they need to, talk to your doctor for you, help research and try to find some postpartum groups, get you some help, okay? So you got that. The third thing I want you to do is, and I made some notes when God was bringing this to me last night. I want you to know that I want you to be open to getting the help that you need. Getting on a treatment plan. And that's different for everybody. So the thing is, postpartum is a beast. I call postpartum a silent beast. And a silent beast because you're going crazy inside. You're just like, I don't know where these feelings are coming from. Everything is out of whack, and you can't, it's just like it's inside. It's inside. Everything is all over the place, and we don't talk about it. So I call it a silent beast, but, postpartum is all very aggressive, and there's different variations of it. So be open to medication, be open to counseling. Man, I had like an amazing counselor. I had an amazing doctor. They were all equipped and they to work with women, who are going through the journey of postpartum. So be okay with and be open to a treatment plan, and know that the first treatment plan may not work. Let your doctor know this is not working for me, and you all come up with a plan together. But you have to be open and flexible, because postpartum requires aggressive work, and you're in such a fragile state. After you give birth, you may need some extra support in the form of medication, coupled with some counseling. I had to do that. And when I tell you, after I got on a really good treatment plan, it made a huge, huge difference. And the last thing, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to be out, is grace. Give yourself some grace. I said this earlier. We as women, we give birth to a whole human being, and we're expected to be perfect. We're expected to be looking good when people come by to see the baby. We're expected to have the baby changed and perfectly dressed and fed, and everything is just perfect. No, mommy, that's no. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. It's okay to sit in your robe. It's okay to not do your makeup or your hair. It's okay. Give yourself grace. Let your mind rest. Let your body rest. When the babies are resting, try to get some rest. Try to get some rest. It's okay. Give yourself some grace. I think that after I gave birth to my children, and I knew when I was at that hospital that I was really going through some things, that's when I knew that I had to give myself some grace. I needed it, and I needed it mostly from myself. And when I gave myself some grace, when I finally gave myself some grace and just released the reins of trying to control everything and look the part and do this part. And when I gave myself grace, I was able to start really managing the postpartum. So sis, look, give yourself some grace. You're going to be okay. You're going to make it through this. Is it tough? Yes. Postpartum is a beast. But you're stronger. You're stronger. You tell your body what to do. You can tell your body that you will make it through this. You have God in your corner. He is your strength. This too shall pass. You see so many women who talk about they went through postpartum, but they made it through it. And now they're able to reach out and hug and love on other women. So sis, postpartum will pass. You will make it through this, and you will be okay. You will. Good night, mommy.